to have some peace in FIFA?
I do think we'll see some peace, Austin. I think, as you mentioned, UEFA was threatening to boycott the Russia 2018, the next World Cup. I think they were scheduled to hold an emergency meeting in Berlin later this week before the UEFA Champions League final. And I think now things will quiet down a little bit in world football. I know Dyke was greatly opposed to Blatter, as well as Platini, the Frenchman, and I've heard his name mentioned as a possible next president of FIFA. Hard to say, but I think I like that word. I think we're going to see a little more peace. And on one note, in terms of the World Cups, Austin, I don't like the fact that the Women's World Cup is going to be taking place at the same time as the FIFA Under-20 World Cup in New Zealand. I'd like to see the women's game, sort of get their own spotlight. I mean, I hope if they do make changes in the FIFA schedule, that's one change we'll see. And good luck to the Super Falcons of Nigeria in Canada, Austin. I think it's going to be a great tournament.
Thank you so much, Sonny, for speaking to us. It's always a delight to have you on Sports Tonight. And then in case there is a development, Sonny will bring you back on Skype.
I'd love to join you again on Sports Tonight, Austin, and thanks for having me on the program.
Thank you too, Sonny. So that's it. Our Voice of America correspondent, Sonny Young, giving us his own reactions to Sepp Blatter's resignation. So much to talk about. The guys in the studio, they can't wait to pick up from where Sonny stopped. But let's go on a quick break and show you some footballing action because the show must go on. We'll come back. We'll talk. Stay. Good joy for Hamburg. They will stay in the German Bundesliga. Good one. No relegation. I'm telling you, relegated. Yeah. This one actually shook there. Football is cruel.
Yeah, indeed.
Guys, let's come back to the talk with Blatter briefly, Cosmos, with all that Sonny Young said, particularly with the word peace. Blatter steps aside, peace comes to football?
Yeah, peace comes to football. I mean, if UEFA had held that extraordinary meeting in Berlin, after today, it would have been disastrous because they would want to boycott the 2018 World Cup in Russia. You know, there have been talks about the 2018 World Cup in Russia, and of course the Qatar 2022 and all the issues surrounding it. It would really bring a sort of big void when it comes to the FIFA World Cup. I mean, for the first time since whatever years, the World Cup will not be, that exciting as we used to see it. So it's a good one that there will be relative peace, and let's see if some of these changes would continue. Of course, there are two major investigations, like he said, and let's just see how things will unfold.
Okay, quickly, let's just dash to tweets. I'll just take messages so we can put a pause on the Sepp Blatter issue and move on with the program. T-Man, we got your message. He says, why did you have to wait for disgrace before buying out? Was it
Was it
disgrace?
disgrace?
No,
No, it wasn't.
I don't think so. Femi
Maybe
Olu.
pending disgrace, but
Okay,
Okay, I like that.
It's being edited pending this. Well, maybe with all of this, it can just be corrected, and then Blatter might just get some commendation in the end. Femi Olubenga on Twitter says, it's obvious everyone associated with FIFA has something to hide. That's why he won the election. I told you guys, it's really deep. Really, really deep. Okay, let's put a pause on Sepp Blatter and come back home where so much is going down. We told you, busy footballing year for Nigeria. The Super Falcons, they're getting ready. 4 more days to go to play at the FIFA Women's World Cup in Canada. The under-20 team, the Flying Eagles, are in New Zealand. You know the story. First game against Brazil ended 4-2. Coach Manu Garba has come out to say his team, they're now ready, focused, good character in camp, and they will give all they can to get the results when they take on Korea DPR. But let's come back to the Super Eagles today. A lot of times the talk is it's interesting when you invite home-based players.
Very true.
The motivation, you're trying to tell them to up their game.
Yeah.
But Coach Keshi has retained 8. And a lot of people say it's discouraging.
no, it's not. I think Keshi has seen what he wants to see. He has picked out 8 of these players because maybe going forward they'll form the core of what he plans to do. People should remember that there is an AFCON championship also for home-based players. So these kind of things, these kind of situations help Keshi to identify those players that will form part of the AFCON team moving forward. Sorry, I beg your pardon, the CHAN team moving forward. So 8 players is a good number. You also must understand the fact that the NFA doesn't have the resources that they used to. The money coming from the federal government is not as it's not
forthcoming.
Yeah, it's not as as much as it used to be. So that because of that, now they must now have to look at cutting costs wherever they can. Wherever, if you had 23 home-based players in camp, you have another 14. That's what, almost 40 players. How are you going to feed and maintain these players with attendant camp allowances? So if you have 8, a manageable number, 14 coming from above, 22. That seems like a fair-sized squad to me. So I think he hasn't done anything wrong. 8 players will form the core of the home-based chanting moving forward.
And
if they impress, we've
team.
seen a backline of the Super Eagles that was made of entirely home-based players at one point in our national history. Who says we can't see a first 11 of the same thing?
That's it. Connectivity shouldn't let us talk to him, but I'm told that ex-international Shegun Odegbami joins us on the phone now. Big Sheg, good evening and welcome to Sports Tonight.
Man.
Big Sheg, good evening and welcome to Sports Tonight. Hello? Okay, we're still having problems with connectivity, so we'll just let it go. Shegun Odegbami trying to talk to us. He wants to give us his view as regards all rocking FIFA. Let me come to you, Cosmo, still talking about the home-based Super Eagles. It's about time for us to see more from that team, particularly with all of the encouragement Coach Keshi has given to them.
Yeah, of course. I mean, the last time out in the African, the CHAN Championship, of course, championship. The CHAN competition in South Africa, they got the third position of the competition, and for me, they need to work on it. You could remember that they did not qualify for the first 2 competitions. The first two editions of the competition that was held before 2014, and that was last year. So they need to start working on that, and they still have the coach that actually took them to that point, Stephen Keshi. As he said, he has really done a lot when it comes to that team. I mean, you could see so many home-based players invited to the national team. There was a point in the Confederations Cup 2013 when we had 4 home-based players that were the defenders. I think that was the game against Brazil. Yes. So for me, as far as I'm concerned, that team needs to improve. They need to do a whole lot of things, and of course, the Nigerian Football Federation should be able to support them. We really need them to improve from what they have been doing. The qualifiers will soon start, and let's just see what will happen with the team. For me, I think they're on the right track. I think things are really going on for them, and basically they can only improve. Anything short than anything less or more Of course, we need something that is more than that, but anything less than that is something that Nigerians are not going to take.
Just to let you know that the players retained are goalkeepers Daniel Akpeyi and Ikechukwu Ezenwa. The defenders includes, of course, you know him, he's always regular, Azubike Ezweke, Solomon Kwambe, and Chima Akas. Only one midfielder, Bright Onyedikachi, was retained, whilst